Test one. Test one.
Welcome, everyone. We are so happy to see so many friends here coming and joining us for this concert. We are, I think we have several reasons to be grateful. First of all, well, for having you here with us, for having this great friend who was my former teacher a long time ago when I was in Mexico. And well, we are very close friends, very good friends. So I'm very honored and very grateful that he made it to come and do this concert, this piano concert. Juan Soriano. Of course, I'm very grateful for this concert season, this first concert season. I'm very grateful with people, Trillium United, who have supported very much. To Reverend Barb, to Herb, to Barb, to Chris, to John, lots of names that have been putting their effort to make this concert season happen, and which is ending today. But hopefully, we are expecting more seasons in future. We are just figuring out, learning our experiences. But thank you. We appreciate also the effort that you're doing, coming at this time, and which is kind of hot. But we will really make it work with the music that we are bringing for you. We are so happy for doing this concert, which is it's an experience that we don't live every day. Doing two pianos, having two pianos, setting up two pianos, practicing two pianos together is not a thing that you can do every day and in any spot that you have. And well, the fact that we practice, we just were communicating, both of us, we come from Mexico, so we were communicating what music we were intending to play together, and we were practicing each one. Imagine how it will sound when this guy comes with me, because there's no way to practice other than being together. So we had to wait until finally we got together and figure out. And when you start playing with someone else together, your world changes, can tell you. It's completely different. So we really had a very short time span to set up this program, but we are very proud of the effort and the results that were coming. And we are really enjoying this beautiful program. So thank you for coming and witnessing this great moment for us, because it's something that we definitely are grateful. Well, about the music, well, that's another aspect that I'm very happy that's working out so well, because we are gathering music from different periods of the history. We will start with the Mozart Sonata, which is the very famous Mozart Sonata for two pianos, written by Mozart at the Middle Age, young Mozart, and in the period that we know as the classical period of the music. But then afterwards, we are going to go to the end of the 19th century, playing music by Debussy, an impressionistic composer. We will talk at the moment. And finally, we are doing music by Camille Saint-Saëns, the very famous Danse Macabre, which is a dance that you will see. It's very uplifting and scary. And, well, I think the music speaks much better than all words I could use. But, well, we're going to do step by step. So we will start with Mozart. As I told you, Mozart is... What can I say about Mozart? There are lots of books written about this great composer, how he was a genius. He started his music career at 4 years old, and he really, I would say many things about Mozart, but the most, I would say, impressive thing I have heard about this guy is that he was able to write a score just once with no mistake. Whatever thing he wrote, no one mistake, no one correction. He was perfect. So I can tell you the music sounds lovely. This is one of the most famous sonatas. I'm not sure if there's only one, but I can tell you it's the most famous sonata for two pianos. This is 3 movements. We start with an allegro as usual, then something that's andante, and then we come with vivace. Well, lively music, lively third movement. I hope you enjoy it, and thank you again for coming. Thank you so much. This is a great sonata for two pianos. I think it's unique. I just cannot, don't have words to tell you because it's so nice. You can feel that, the hunting horns going to the forest, right? Ta, 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 ta. It's like an announcement of triumphal announcement, but always joy. One thing we were discussing about Mozart's music, Mozart music as well as Bach's music, you feel when you're playing it, you feel like naked in the desert. You don't have anything. You're just, you need to be crystal clear with everything you're playing, and whatever, doesn't work very well, it's hard to be hidden because it's so crystal clear and it's so perfect. But I can tell you something. Mozart, according with some critics, they said that Mozart's music is very hard for pianists, musicians in general, and very easy for kids. Maybe the reason is because the spirit of the music is so happy, so playful, so joyful, so it's not concerned about nothing, it's just getting fun. So I think except for the great Requiem, you know the Requiem, right? Or you know these pieces like the D minor Fantasia, which is dramatic and sad. No, I think most of his music, like this one, which sounds like one of the symphonies, lots of symphonies he wrote, are bringing this message of just, joy, peace, and don't worry, be happy. That's what it is, yeah. Now the next piece is a complete change, because now we are going to the end of the 19th century, where lots of approaches in music looking for something new were facing each other. So you can listen to the last Romantics by the end of the 19th century, but you can listen also new expressions like Impressionism, or modern music, clashing music, hard harmonies, crunchy chords and stuff like that sometimes are not so pleasant. It depends on the concept of beauty. My perspective, I love the 19th century music and they're all at Impressionism, like the one that we're going to do right now, with one of the greatest masters on this genre, which was Claude Achilles Debussy. The Impressionism, showing the images in a different perspective, more like objects. It's not too detailed, not like the classic composers in music, in painting, and all the arts. This is a petite suite that is written originally for four hands in one piano, but we are taking advantage that we have two pianos, great pianos, to do that in separate pianos. This petite suite is coming with four movements, contrasted movements, and the spirit of the movements are little dances, so some of them are, more encouraging, but very contrasting in styles. That is what you can find in a suite. Normally, you have a collection of pieces with different characters. So the first one is a prelude. We always have a prelude, right? It's an opening. Then we have it's a minuet afterwards.
Yes, it's.
I just don't remember the order.
Cortege.
Oh yeah, which is a kind of music of royalty. It's very elegant. And then we have the dance, right?
Minuet.
It's a ballet?
Minuet.
The minuet, yeah. You know the minuet, the three counts form. Dum, pum, 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 pum. Very common in especially in the 18th century, I would say, in the 17th century. And
Ballet.
And the ballet. The ballet is encouraging, is brave. You can imagine a great ballet like Tchaikovsky, but it's not Tchaikovsky's music, of course, but kind of it. Well, you make your own stories. That's what I like. Everyone will have different stories on their minds when you listen to this music, so enjoy it. Maybe you will ask why we're changing piano. We decided that piano is good for actresses, right? But there's one look at the left. Beautiful bass. So now I'm in the bass part. I'm testing all the microphones, okay? I started over there. So, well, I hope you like this suite, this petite suite. It's just hard to describe how meaningful was Debussy for history of music. He was one of the great composers of this period, together with Maurice Ravel, Gabriel Fauré. So the French school was predominant. But I don't say that some other schools also were growing this genre. Well, now this third piece, which is, the last piece we have in the program, but it's up to you if you clap a little bit more and we stay a little longer. But that's something we're figuring out. I hope you like this last one that we're going to play, because it's the Danse Macabre. You know, this piece, as well as lots of composers who have been inspired in death, what it has represented, depending of the time of the year this music was inspired and how people was thought about this. But definitely this piece is a dance. It's a dance which is, picturing, just the dead dancing with everyone, lots of people, no matter social status or rich, poor, wherever. But the nice thing of this piece is how contrasting it is on the different ways a very sticky theme is being presented. Ta tan tan tan. Well, the first one is ta 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 tan ta 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 tan ta 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 tan. You will listen that over and over and over and over. And then the second one ta 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 tan 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 ta 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 ta, etc. So it's so sticky that I'm pretty sure that tonight when you go to bed, ta 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 ta. It's very sticky. I can tell you, it's very sticky. But the way it's written, it was originally written for orchestra, but there are lots of transcriptions. This is by the same composer, transcribed for 2 pianos. There's a version for 1 piano. Franz Liszt did an amazing transcription of this piece also, with the characteristic virtuosism of the piece. This is the version by Saint-Saëns, and we are closing our scheduled program. It depends on you. Of this night, and we are closing with this very meaningful and exciting pilot season for concerts, a tour of music contrasts. So we definitely will be looking forward to get the second season of the same tour of music contrasts. It's on you. that exchange, for sure. We are part of the concert, part of the emotion, part of the music, part of everything here. Thank you for making it possible. And I don't know if you want to listen something else. I think this piece doesn't need too much introduction. Maybe you would recognize it first measure. I have to be honest with you. Oh no. We cannot live without sharing music that is very famous in the culture we are coming from Mexico. So allow us please to play a couple of pieces. The first one is absolutely famous. Have been sung, I think, in all the languages around the world. Have you heard about Bésame Mucho? You know it, right? I'm pretty sure we'll hear, the English version by Nat King Cole was awesome. That is the first one, Consuelo Velázquez. The second one is a piece that is called Huapango. It's an excerpt of the Huapango by Moncayo, which is a dance. It's a Mexican dance that you can feel that, folk of, it's not mariachi exactly, but close to that kind of folk. So we will play these two songs for you to thank for all your kindness coming and joining us to this beautiful experience that for sure we will looking forward to repeat soon. Thank you.